In this video, I'm going to show you how you can beat the Elite Four and the Champion Cynthia in the Pokemon League for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. These battles are going to be the hardest battles that you've probably faced in any recent Pokemon game, and it's going to hurt. So here's my advice. So here's a quick overview on my team. I'm using Garchomp, I'm using Luxray, I'm using Dialga as a backup, I'm using Gyarados as a main, I'm using Jirachi as a main, and Fire Monkey also as a main. And here are the items they're holding. So Garchomp has a Quick Claw, so that keeps him going fast. Luxray with the Magnet for the boost electric attack damages, Dialga with the Zoom Lanes, Gyarados with a Shell Bell for the heals, Jirachi with Wise Glasses to boost the special attack damage, Fire Monkey with a Razor Claw to increase my critical hit chances. So now I'm going to go through each Pokemon by their moves, and I'm going to talk about which moves are needed. So for Garchomp, we have Earthquake. It's also good to have Swords Dance, but I actually forgot to put it on, so that's a bad one me. But you don't really need it. Luxray, you just need to have some like Dark move, like Crunch, and then just your normal Electric moves, which you won't be using. Dialga, you can literally just have with a bunch of everything. Maybe Ice Beam is a good one. Flash Cannon is also nice. Gyarados, you need to have Taunt. Trust me, you're going to need that. It's also good to have a Dark Pulse or another Dark type move, as well as Surf and Hurricane for a Flying and Water type attack. For Jirachi, you need Stealth Rock. Dazzling Gleam, Flash Cannon, and Psychic are also great to have. That is like the perfect setup for this one over here. Then for your Infernape, you can use the Mach Punch, and then a Fire move, and then Ground Dig. Dig is a perfect move for Fire Monkey, dude. Really. Now, while you can change all the Pokemon you use and have those moves, Garchomp is the key to actually beating Cynthia from a method that is inspired by Austin John Plays. So to get yourself a Garchomp, you're going to have to get it at the Gabite form from the underground. You should find it between levels 50 and 53. The higher you can get it, the better, because then you don't have to level it up so much. And once you get it to level 48, or it gets the next level after that, it shall evolve into Garchomp. Okay, now I'm going to show you where you can get the Earthquake move. So we're going to get it on Route 206, right above where we are right now at Eterna City. So you're going to go all the way north, and you're going to go to this area where we're going right now. Eventually, you'll get to this spot over here where there is a tunnel that goes down here. Now, you're actually going to go to the right by those two trees. So use your hidden move to cut through the tree and follow along this path. You're going to go in a straight line all the way. I do recommend using a Super Repel because you're going to get distracted by a lot of Pokemon. If you're not worried about that, then it's fine. You can also pick up some balls on the way, battle this dude. We're going to go left under the bridge here just after you battle the dude, and you'll see if you go under the bridge and you keep heading this way, there's a secret pathway that you go into a tunnel. You're going to push the left rock here, and you're going to go up and then around it, down the stairs, and you're going to complete this kind of like room. You're just going to go ride your bike up and down these puzzles until you get to the side, the very right side. At the bottom right is the entrance that you can go through, and in here is a Pokeball that will give you the TM26 for Earthquake, and you can load this onto your Garchomp. Once you finally have your whole team set up in your party, you can come here to Route 205 just left of Eterna City. The area you're looking for looks just like this here. There's a bridge with a bunch of fishermen. This one right over here that I'm looking at is the one we need to do. Is right on the corner. So using the step counter app on your Poketch thing here, you're going to reset this to 0 by pressing the C. You're going to leave it over there on your screen, and you're going to get on your bike, and you're going to basically get 100 steps because we're going to be using a special thing in the game, which is called VS Seeker. You'll be able to find this in your key items pocket here, just under your bike. You can register it so that you can have it on your screen with the plus button when you bring up the prompt, just like this. And what this will do is every 100 steps you take, it will actually let you rebattle anybody you've battled in the past. So before you use the app, you want to do ride your bike and make sure you go at least over 100 steps on the counter at the top right there. And then you want to use the VS Seeker. I want to see that icon, but I want to see it on the dude that we want to fight. So we're going to just keep doing this again for another 100 steps so that you can use the VS Seeker again. And this time we hope that we can engage with a fight on the right guy over here. And there you go. Now you can actually just speak to him and he'll want to battle you. And that's pretty much how you can start your speed EV training. So this trainer has 6 Magikarp that you need to defeat, and I believe each Magikarp gives you 1 or 2 speed values for your Pokemon's EVs. So this will work for every single party in your entire team, not just Infernape that I have here. It will actually work for all 6 in my party. It will increase their speed move or their speed EVs. So you just have to repeat this process of kind of like doing the VS Seeker over and over. Just battle him a few times until you're happy with how much speed that you've got on your Pokemon, so that they're fast enough to kind of get more chances resources to go first in battles. Now for training your attack and your special attack, we're going to be at the bottom left of Hearthome City. Hearthome City. So you're going to come down this tunnel that goes directly south, and you're going to eventually pass a bunch of police officers until you find an old couple and a mansion on your right. So the way this one works is the guy on the left will increase your attack with all the Pokemon that are in your party. So make sure you split up your Pokemon by like which ones you want to increase their special attack or which ones you want to increase their attack. The lady on the right will increase the special attack when you battle her. The guy on the left will increase your attack. So you want to split your Pokemon up. So you want to only have the ones that you want to increase their attack in your party when you're doing the attack dude, and you only want to have the ones that do special attack when you fight the lady. And it pretty much works the same way that we just did the speed EV training. Now for the most important part is you need Garchomp, or at least most of your party, to be at least level 60. Trust me, you need this. I recommend doing this at Celestic Town and going into the underground. When you go into the underground, you should be at the one that's in the middle of the map with the giant pink area in the middle. And when you go in here, there are several Pokemon that you can kill or beat that will give you a lot of experience. More commonly, you're looking for Girafarig, which is the giraffe, and you're looking for second evolutions of Pokemon. So you'll want to also try find Mr. Mime. This one also gives you a lot of experience when you kill it. So when you see here, the experience that I'm talking about is quite decent. It's a great way to get your Pokemon to a high enough level so that the fight is easier. If you want to reset it, all you have to do is exit the room and then re-enter the room, and that will respawn different Pokemon again, and then you just have to search around, try find the higher ones here. There's Alakazam, which is also a good one to defeat. A good strategy for leveling your Pokemon really quickly is also by putting the lowest level one at the front of your party, because they get the most experience. Since we're trying to get Garchomp to 60, he is the one that we're using here, and we're using him to defeat all these Pokemon so that we can get to 60 as quick as possible. For your next stop, you're going to go to Veilstone City, located over here. As soon as you get here, you're going to be at the Poke Center over here, and you're going to go up and to the left to this building over here, and this is the department store where you're going to be buying a bunch of things that you're going to need, trust me. You're going to want to immediately go up to the second floor by taking the escalator over there, and you're going to go up to the lady at the back over here, and she's going to sell some very specific items. I do recommend buying at least 5 of almost each of these. You're going to need X speed, you're going to need X attack, you're going to need X defense, and you're also going to need X special defense right at the bottom. Trust me, those are your most important. You can also take X special attack if you want an X accuracy, but we're probably not going to be using those if you follow my method to the T. And now you can also go up to the third floor, so go up the escalator again, and you're going to go up to the ladies. The one at the bottom over here is going to sell TMs that are a bit more rare. The one lady at the top is going to sell TMs that are not so rare. So make sure you come and grab some things that you need, like maybe like a Ice Beam, Hyper Beam, Giga Impact if you're going for the Grass type moves, which also perform really well if you're using a Rosade or something. This is a good place to get some of the TMs if you are missing them. Now, when you enter the Pokemon League, you will see there's a building where you can buy some stuff. You're going to need a ton of potions. You're going to need a bunch of revives. I recommend having at least 20 or like over 10 revives, depending on how many Pokemon you're expecting to lose. A bunch of potions like Hyper Potions. Full Restores are really nice as well. I recommended those. Also have some antidotes, Paralyze Heals, Ice Heals, and all different kind of burn heals, because you might need those as well. So just make sure you have some of everything. Okay, so before we begin, you're going to go to your options and you're going to change your battle style from set to switch. Switch is the default, but if you had changed it to set previously, you want to have switch for this. Trust me, it's going to just save you a whole lot of nonsense, and you might even win. You're also going to want to change the layout of your Pokemon. I recommend putting Jirachi or whoever has your Stealth Rock move at the front of your party so that they can play Stealth Rocks right at the beginning. So for the first Elite Four member, this is Arron. So when you start the fight, you want to use Jirachi and play Stealth Rock immediately. That's your go-to. We can also go ahead and use Psychic as a super effective move because we're using Jirachi. That's why I put Stealth Rock on him, and we can absolutely destroy this Dustox right off the get-go. His next Pokemon is going to be Heracross. I recommend bringing in Fire Monkey or your Fire type because you're going to be destroying this dude with a nice big fire move. So like Flamethrower, you're just going to burn this dude alive, and he's probably going to hit me once, and then we're going to burn him again. Just like this, right after he used a full restore. So there we go, the second one down. His third Pokemon is going to be a Bootyfly that is going to take a lot of damage to those Stealth Rocks, as you can see here. So this is going to be a one-shot hit kill with Flamethrower yet again. So your Fire type is going to have fun eliminating these bugs. His fourth one is Vespiquen, which you can also destroy with Fire. That should be easy to go to as well. For his final Pokemon, he will use Drapion, and you're going to want to throw out your Garchomp here, and you're going to be using your Earthquake move for the first time because it's going to destroy this big boy over here, so it's going to prevent you from wasting your PPs as well as your health and, your potions and everything. So you're going to take a small little hit there, and you're going to use your Earthquake, and boom! good night. And that is how you easily defeat Arron from the Elite Four, the Bug type. After each battle, you're going to want to immediately save your game, as well as also healing up all your Pokemon before going into the next room. Your second Elite Four member is right here. This is Bertha. She's going to be using Ground and Rock-type Pokemon against you. Starting out with a really tough Quagsire. So I'm going to start off with Stealth Rock yet again from Jirachi, just to get this. We're going to start every single battle, by the way, with Stealth Rock. Now, Quagsire might be very difficult to take down, but if you can use your Psychic attacks and actually beat him, then great. I did that as well, but you can feel free to use your other Pokemon as well. Her next Pokemon she will use is Golem, and this is a Rock-type Pokemon, so you can use fighting moves, or you can even use Grass-type moves if you're using like a Grass-type Pokemon. You should be able to 2-shot Golem, or even 3-shot him and kill him quite easily. The next Pokemon Bertha will use is Whiscash, and this looks like a fish, but I don't really have anything that's effective against it, so I just keep using fighting moves until I can take it down and knock it out. Now, Sudowoodo is the next one over here, and you can 2-shot Sudowoodo with your fighting-type moves or even using Grass-types, because this is actually a Rock-type Pokemon. It looks like a tree. Yeah, just every time, man. Every time. Her final Pokemon is Hippowdon, and you're going to use your Gyarados over here, your Water type, to defeat Hippowdon. Hippowdon's actually going to try whack you with like Earthquake and stuff, and you're going to be dodging it because you can fly, and you can use your Surf move or your Water type attacks on it to kind of whittle it down quite easily because it doesn't really have a lot of things to take you down as Gyarados. And that is how you can easily beat Bertha as the second Elite Four member. Don't forget to heal and save right after your battle in the same room with Bertha. Our next Elite Four member is Flint. Now, Flint is a Fire-type user, and he'll be starting off his fight using Rapidash. So you can start out with Jirachi, or you can even go straight into like a Water-type or something if you want to fight off the bat. But I start out with the Stealth Rock, and I got put to sleep, so I use an Awakening potion to kind of awaken Jirachi so that I can get those damn Stealth Rocks out there, which I managed to do. And then I just use Psychic on Rapidash until he calls Rapidash back and replaces it with Steelix. Once Steelix is here, you bring out your Fighting type, and it's also like weak to fire as well, because I think Steelix is also like an ice type. So use your flamethrower here, and you will absolutely destroy Steelix once Steelix comes into the arena. Flint's next Pokemon is going to be Lopunny, which is weak to fighting-type moves here, so because we're using our Fire Monkey, we can do a punch, or we can actually just kind of juke her and use Dig, because she's going to use the high-flying kick and fly right over us and damage herself, which, as you can see here, boom, that's nice. And you can pretty much defeat Lopunny quite easily. At this point, my Flint decided to send Rapidash out. I brought out my Gyarados, because I'm going to deal with this Fire-type with Water and Flying, because that always works. So as you can imagine, this is going to be super easy, because Rapidash dies to the Stealth Rocks. Dumb Flint thinking about the Stealth Rocks too late. But that's okay, you are going to need Gyarados out anyway for Drifloon, his next Pokemon, who you're going to use Taunt on. This is the time to use Taunt, guys. Do not waste this opportunity, because he will be really annoying if you don't use the Taunt. The Taunt forces Drifloon to attack you because it has a strategy set up where it's going to heal while you attack it over and over and over again. So when you kind of use a Taunt, it forces it to attack you, and it doesn't really have attacking moves, so it just struggles over and over because it was designed for you to attack it. And you can easily defeat it with your Gyarados by using the Dark type attacks that we have placed on it, which make this fight super easy. Now, Flint's final Pokemon is an Infernape, and do not use the Water type against Infernape, guys. Your Gyarados will die one-shot by the Thunder. He has a Lightning move that will instant kill you. So bring out Garchomp here, use Earthquake, kill Infernape, one shot, one go. That is how you defeat Flint as one of the Elite Four. Again, just a friendly reminder to save and heal all your Pokemon in the same room with Flint. Now it's time to fight the final of the Elite Four, Lucian, who uses Psychic-type Pokemon. So Lucian's going to start out with Mr. Mime, and you're going to start out with your Jirachi or your Stealth Rock user, and you're going to throw out Stealth Rock at the beginning, and the Mr. Mime's probably going to use Light Screen, so it's going to be defended against your special attack moves. Now this does last for a bunch of turns, I think like 8 or 6 turns or something, so it's quite a long time. If you do have like Flash Cannon on Jirachi, you can kind of like whittle Mr. Mime down over time. You don't want to really one-shot Mr. Mime because some of Lucian's other Pokemon are quite strong, so the more you can kind of get rid of this Light Screen, the better. Medicham is going to be Lucian's second Pokemon that they throw out, and you gotta fight this with something that uses an attacking move. I put out Fire Monkey here, Infernape. Probably wasn't the best decision, but I did want to use it for the dig ability so I can dodge its Zen Headbutt over here, avoid the attack, and attack it under the ground. But it is strong against fighting types, so I probably could have used Garchomp instead, I think, but I was able to defeat this Medicham by just keep using dig. Lucian will throw out Alakazam as its third Pokemon. At this point, you should change to Luxray. Luxray, finally we get to use use some Dark Crunch move here, because this is going to be super effective, and it should be able to destroy Alakazam here quite quickly, since he uses Future Sight on me, so I'm going to get attacked in a future turn, I think like 3 turns or so, but at least we get to one-shot Alakazam just like that. Lucian will use Girafarig. I don't know how to say this. It looks like a giraffe. It is also weak to Dark-type moves, so again, we're just going to use Crunch, and we should be able to 1 or 2-shot it. That was a 1-shot. Very nice, and we can move on to the next one. For Lucian's final Pokemon, Bronzong, you're going to want to bring out your Gyarados, because your Gyarados is going to be like immune to pretty much most of the attacks from Bronzong, because Earthquake is not going to hit you because you fly, and you can do some Dark-type attacks, which is super effective against Bronzong, and it literally has nothing to really defeat you. So yeah, you can pretty much just keep spamming Dark Pulse, your Dark-type move, even though Lucian's going to keep using full restores on Bronzong like multiple times. You're just going to keep spamming using those super effective until Bronzong eventually goes down. It's going to be just a matter of time, really. And that is how you're going to defeat the final Elite Four member, Lucian. Again, in the same room with Lucian, you want to save your game and heal all your Pokemon right now. If you do need to enhance some of the PPs, you want to use like Ether or Elixirs or anything to regenerate those PPs so you can get some of those strong moves back if you did end up using too many of them in your previous fights. Okay, while you should be able to take on Cynthia's team quite effectively with all your kind of mix match of Pokemon, I'm going to give you an easy way, the cheesy way, because I already got my ass beat by Cynthia once. I want to kind of beat her the same way she beat me. So as always, we're going to start out with Stealth Rock from Jirachi over here, and then we're going to immediately change over into our next Pokemon, Garchomp, and we're going to be hopefully staying as Garchomp for most of the fight if we can. If not, we'll be able to use the backup Pokemon to finish the job, and you should be able to finish the job quite easily if this doesn't work out the way you want it to. Okay, so your first move that you're going to make is you're going to go to your bag, and you're going to go to the battle items pocket over here, right? And you're going to use the X special defense first. And this is going to sharply increase your defense against special type moves, which Spiritomb is currently throwing at you. During this time, you want to make sure your health doesn't get too low, so at any point you want to go use a Moo Moo Milk or a Full Restore or something to get your health all the way back up again like this, so that you can just have a good health pool here. And we're going to go back to our bags, and we're going to use another boost item. This time we're going to boost our X defense against normal attacks here. If your health is still fine, you can load an X speed right after this so that you can boost your speed this time. At this point, Spiritomb's probably not hitting you very hard, and you can load an X attack boost. So you're boosted right now. This Garchomp is a god. And you're going to go into your bag, and you're just going to give it another heal, get it back to its full health over here, because Spiritomb is not going to be able to actually one-shot you or take you out really quickly. What you're doing right now is making Garchomp really strong so that you can pretty much sweep her whole team in one go. You can even go again and use an X attack again and boost your attack speed even more, I think. I'm not sure if this actually stacks, but I feel like it does. And even if it doesn't, at least it's going to feel good when I hit with my Garchomp. At this point, you're ready to use Earthquake. Earthquake should kill Spiritomb in one hit, and there we go, Spiritomb dead with one hit. Now at this point, you can use Earthquake to kill every single Pokemon in a row, hopefully, which it worked for me, or you can use Luxray at this point to use your lightning attacks to take out Meliotic, or even our Ice Beam from Dialga, because she probably has a counter for lightning types. Her next Pokemon is Lucario, who is weak to ground-type things, so when you use Earthquake, you are going to get a one-shot. If you don't have your Garchomp, you can probably use the Dig that we have on our Fire Monkey. Her next Pokemon is Roserade, who should be weak to fire attacks from Fire Monkey, so you can bring Fire Monkey out, or you can just one-shot it with Earthquake. Like I'm saying, Earthquake be like really quaking, man. I love it. Her next Pokemon is Gastrodon, which can be defeated by pretty much a lot of things. You're not going to have too many troubles, but Earthquake is going to finish the job for me, 100%. Now, the final Pokemon she's going to send out is the same as yours. It's going to be Garchomp, and it's going to be way better than your Garchomp. But because my Garchomp has an X speed and is also holding a Quick Claw, my move is going to go first. Otherwise, you need to try use whatever other Pokemons you have left in your team to try finish off her Garchomp, because the odds are if your Garchomp is gone, she's probably going to do what I did to her team to the rest of your team. So, yeah, good luck. And this is how you defeat Cynthia in the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, the hardest fight I've ever had to do in Pokemon, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.